Lords, ladies, and peasants alike, welcome back for episode 18. So I ended episode 17 in the middle of a quest here. We're currently inside Sigismund's camp. And our main objective here is to try to get the cannon, or the finger of God as they call it, from Sigismund's camp so then we can use it to take back Malashov Fortress, which is down here in the southeast. And at the end of last episode, while we were talking to Katz and Musa, someone stabbed Chertan, the Cuman's commander. I was tasked with searching the area where it happened. So we're searching the spot where the Chertan was stabbed. Gotta figure out what's going on.
And lo and behold, where might this trail of blood lead to?
And I'm drunk right now because we had a crazy night. So I'm gonna go ahead and drink Henry's Hair of the Dog concoction here. That should help me. Oh, I think I drank 2 of them. All right, there we go. We're gonna follow that blood, but let me just look in here real fast.
Yeah, Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get Katz to move it out of the camp somehow.
That's what we're doing. We're trying to steal this. Pretty big deal back in 1403 to have a cannon like that. All right, where does this blood go to? Not sure if I can use mutt to track.
Why would anyone throw away a lockpick here? Could it be I'm not the only one looking to make mischief here?
This will be interesting to see who it is, because they might be on our side. Go back in here.
Aha. So this is most likely where they used the lockpick.
Okay.
Oh, there's powder all over the place. One spark and the whole store would be blown sky high. Are the soldiers really so lax? Or could there be more to it than that?
All right, I think that's all I'll find here. I should go back and report to Katz. So let's go ahead and do that. Just an FYI for those of you guys that are watching the episodes as they come out, I have one more video obligation that's not part of the Let's Play that I'll be getting out in a day or two. And then I think I'm going to give my full focus to this Let's Play series.
Someone washed off some blood here.
I'm really excited, because all I care about is doing this Let's Play series. All right, Mr. Katz.
Right. I've searched the whole place.
Did you find anything?
Interesting. Presented with some choices here. I feel like we should tell him. I don't know why. I'm feeling like telling him is going to give us a better chance of him actually mobilizing here and getting the cannon out of the fort.
I noticed that the powder store is unlocked. That can't be deliberate, can it?
No, it fucking can't. Unless Chertan wanted to spice up his porridge in the middle of the night, it looks like there's a thief about again.
Again?
It's already happened once or twice that someone went to steal powder. That's why we had it moved up here. Maybe Chertan disturbed the thief on the job and he started waving a dagger around.
But why would anyone steal black powder?
How about because it's fucking expensive? You'd be surprised who'd happily take it off your hands. In Corinthia, I met this bloke who used black powder to blow up cliffs. You make a hole, pour in the powder, cover it up again, and set fire to it. He did pretty well for himself, but in the end, a flying rock tore his head off. But this isn't the time or place for that. Let's go to the infirmary instead and take a look at Chertan. Maybe Musa's already finished with him.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and poured it down his throat.
Why would Musa do something like that? You think he'd sit with us all evening like everything was fine, and then decide out of the blue to kill someone?
Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chertan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. So Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you, you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chertan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
Let's give it a try.
I'd bet it was the wine that killed him. There's lots of poisons you could add to it, and nobody would notice. Well, until it's too late, of course.
You are probably right, my friend.
How come you even have wine here? You keep saying you're not allowed to drink.
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. At the right dose, it can be very beneficial. It is not all that common in my country, but I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well, but drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough. Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. As Henry here said, Musa was with us all evening. I have no idea what happened here, but Chertan was stabbed first. Musa couldn't have done that.
So, he's in league with someone else.
With one of the half-wits here, I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon.
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
All right, I like Musa so far.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chertan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir, give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murderer. We won't leave this place until we clear this up. You have my word.
What? But sir, you said we were going to move out first thing in the morning.
Things have changed a bit since then, or haven't you noticed? Not even a handcart carrying dung will leave the camp till I give the order.
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my pizzle?
But sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chertan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
You know, the cool thing is, regardless of which army you're fighting for, there's so many cool characters on both sides, and I think Warhorse does a really good job at portraying that. Like, I like this guy a lot. Might end up having to kill him in war, but it is what it is.
Why did you stand up for Musa like that?
I don't even know. Maybe it's because he actually listens to all my stories and bad jokes. You must have got to know him a bit by now, too, huh? It must be clear to you he didn't kill Chertan.
I honestly don't know, but I don't get bad vibes from Musa yet, so... But really, my opinion doesn't matter.
Well, I'd say my opinion on these things doesn't matter. You're the commander.
Of course I am. But you could answer my questions when I fucking ask you.
Well, the most important thing is to help Musa somehow, I reckon. We can't let them hang him without proof.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Well, what are we going to do then?
That's what I'd like to know. We have to find the real murderer as quickly as possible. But what do I know about that? I'm not the royal justiciar.
What is this royal justiciar?
He's a crown official who makes sure the law is enforced in this land. His people catch and try all sorts of counterfeiters, rebels, murderers too. Sigismund may not have appointed one yet, but I've heard he's put Stieber of Stiebersitz in charge of this kind of thing. And if that's true, and Gorzov brings him here, we're all in the shit.
Who is this Stibor of Stiebersitz?
A real big cheese, lad. He owns half of Upper Hungary. You don't get that kind of wealth by being kind-hearted. Trust me.
You really don't have any idea what to do next?
How could I? We should probably talk to Musa. Find out exactly what happened.
But Grozov has him under guard.
And there's no way I can get to him. Everyone knows my face. But you could do it.
Me?
Who else, soldier? I need help. Someone I can trust. And you spent the whole evening with me, so you're not a suspect. You have to get rid of the guard somehow, and get to Musa.
All right. How much time do we have? To find the murderer, I mean.
I'm not sure. Grozov will most likely write a report to Sigismund, and delivering it to Sedlitz won't take long. Then he has to decide what to do next, which means sending the Royal Justiciar here. And how long can that take? I'd say we have 2 days or so.
I don't think I want to bring any suspicion towards Catherine at the baths, so I don't think I should say I could kill the guard, because that might be a little bit suspect to say that.
All right. I'll try to distract the guard somehow.
Good idea. Grozov's men are all blockheads. It'll be easy as pie. And Henry, be careful. I'm depending on you.
Okay. Nice whistling, buddy. Could use a little marigold decoction. There he goes. Lord Katz. Well, not a lord, technically. Commander?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
You know what,
God
brother?
be with you.
I appreciate that.
Greetings.
You look like one of Santa's elves. Alright, so this is the soldier that we need to distract. Prepare to defend Musa at the trial. Wow. I wonder what would happen if we just took the other guy's side and just decided to assume that Musa was guilty. Investigate the murder, talk to Musa, and ask Catherine for help with the guard is optional. Let's talk to the guard first.
Good day to you.
Huh. What are you doing here?
That's what I'd like to know. They just came and said I should guard the physician and not let him out of my sight. Even if he wants to piss, I have to go with him. You wouldn't happen to know what's going on, would you?
Well, if I was you, I wouldn't ask too many questions. You might hear something you'd rather not.
Aye, right. You know fuck all, and you're just trying to sound important. Clear off, and this time for good.
Okay, well, I guess we're involving Catherine. Didn't answer that one right. I'm gonna switch to my soldier's armor. I've been wearing this for a very long time now. I might have to find something new for the body coat. I like it though. I remember the mission that I got it on. Good times. Feels like it was a lifetime ago. think I go this way. Come on, Mutt. Hey, Pebbles. You're looking awfully bloody. Alright, where is Catherine? Lovely Catherine. Aw, man, I don't want to wake her up. She's got a rip in her dress.
We have to talk.
I hope it's important. The less we're seen together, the better.
Oh, you bet it's important. Someone poisoned Chertan, the Cuman's commander.
All right, that is bad. Damn it! You're not involved in this, are you?
No. But I have to find the murderer. Kat said he won't set off for Sedlets until it's cleared up.
That old sod. He's never gonna get off that lazy arse of his.
There's something I need your help with.
Oh, what a surprise. What is it this time?
There's a guard posted outside Moose's tent. I need to lure him away for a while. So I thought...
That I could use my feminine charms on him?
Something like that.
You're out of luck. I have my own problems now. I told you when I was bathing you, remember? But maybe if you were to help me out...
You said you needed my help with something?
I do. It's just... Well, it's not easy to talk about, you know? Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. And once, I even heard something.
Okay.
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice. Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like Czech.
What did it sound like? Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else. I reckon it was some Cuman.
Has anything else strange happened?
No. Except maybe... I lost a shoe.
A shoe? Just one?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my shoes to anyone?
I could think of a few things.
Yuck.
I think we have a Cuman with a foot fetish problem here.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get rid of him somehow.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
Well, if he really did steal your shoe, Mutt could track him down.
That's not a bad idea, but you'd have to give him something to get the scent.
You've got the other shoe, don't you? You can't walk around with one shoe on anyway. And Mutt's dependable.
It's not Matt I'm worried about. Just sort things out with a creep, that's all I care about.
I could lure him out of the camp and slit his throat, couldn't I?
I could manage that myself, but it would only cause trouble. Is that really the best you could think of? Give him a fright, beat him up. Just don't kill him.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. But now go. We both have work to do.
Catherine is the brains of the operation. Come here, buddy. Oh, wrong commands.
Here, Mutt. Search.
All right, here we go. happened to my prog armor that I was wearing? For some reason that just unequipped. I don't see it anywhere. Oh. That's why. It was on my sneaking outfit. Let's go ahead and put that on my soldier's outfit too. Nope, wrong one. There it is, the body coat. There. Now I fit in much better. Wow, this is a noisy set of armor here. It is very noisy. We're going to go back to the stealth outfit. Was it the cow that stole the shoe?
What is it, boy? Is this where the shoe thief lives?
Aha, there it is, Catherine's slipper. Thank you, buddy.
Mutt! That's Catherine's. So this is where the cumin who won't leave her alone lives.
Well, we're gonna take a sword for one. Anything else in here? I'm not seeing anything. I'm gonna take a shield. It'd be a little bit easier to deal with if he doesn't have any weapons, right? Wait for the peeping Tom in the bathhouse. I love the design of this camp. It's a nice contrast from all the castles and fortresses that we've been in. We're gonna talk to him.
So it's you. You're the cumin that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van? Nem értem.
What are you on about? You don't understand a word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Again?
Igen? Aha. A fürdős lány. Miért ne? Minek ütött bele az orrod? Igen, szeretem.
$200 groschen, I could certainly afford it. It's not very expensive for me at this point in the game. But let's try a persuasion check first. Actually, yeah, we can't understand him, so why even ask him?
She's scared. Sacra. It's like talking to a horse. Ah! Help! That man wants to hurt me! Help! Save me! Huh? Bathhouse woman? Afraid. You? Go away. Du Schwein. Nicht amor.
Mi van? Félt tőlem. De én ezt nem akartam. Hát jó. Rendben, akkor békén hagyom. Nicht amor.
See how easily we came to an agreement?
Hey, that's what good charisma gets you. Get the heck out of here, you creeper. Gotta knock him out.
So you'll lure the guard away from Moose's tent? I scratched your back.
All right, what can I do with you? I'll try to lure him to the bathhouse. Then we're quits, right? I hope he won't stink at least.
All right. Oh yeah, we need to tell her. Hold on.
I found the Cuman who was stalking you. He's called Chakan, and I reckon you won't have any more trouble from him.
Should have done that first.
Oh, thank God. How did you convince him to stop?
I just told him a woman like you wouldn't waste her time with someone like him.
And he understood? Have you learnt Cuman? Or did you explain it with your fists? And what about my shoes?
Here they are. Both of them.
Thank God for that. I was afraid I'd have to steal someone else's. And Henry?
What?
Thank you. You're a good man. I owe you one.
Hey, we're working on that reputation. Okay, hopefully I didn't mess up. Okay, she's changing her clothes. I shouldn't look. I don't know what she's doing right now. Let's be a gentleman, Henry. Is she gonna actually lure him? Yeah, I think she is. This is awesome. It just feels so immersive knowing that NPCs actually have to physically walk to the location versus just teleporting everywhere. And Pebs, we need to get you a bath, don't we?
God bless.
Jesus Christ be praised. It's like he's guarding his fellow Cumans. Alright, I'm gonna go set up here. Yeah, I find it surprising that Warhorse reused a few of the faces so many times.
Taken on a new fella.
But when I go around and just explore random NPCs, I'm seeing faces that I don't remember. I feel like they had a larger selection of faces than they realized.
Lord be Oh, you pooch.
Alright, it's probably going to take Catherine a good minute and a half to get here. Oh, look at this. I could probably sneak in right now. Look at Mutt. I could also knock him out too, but we don't want to. Right now we're behind enemy lines. I think I should probably just not screw things up, right? As somebody asked in a recent episode if I got my weapons back that I lended to Hans and Brabant, and it looks like I did, so. Good boy. I'm not doing nothing suspect here. Quiet, buddy.
Ooh, I'm sure I'd be terrified.
You'd have nothing to fear, Gary. I protect you.
How
Or
gallant.
maybe this is our distraction?
Oh, you
No, I think she's gonna take him to the bathhouse.
Wouldn't you like me to give you a nice bath?
Well, I can't deny I've been standing here for quite a while.
What a dumb guard.
You have a kind master, eh?
Don't know if it matters if this guy sees me or not, but we're not gonna risk it. Just left his post. Oh my gosh. Musa, hey.
Henry? What are you doing here? Grozov said...
Nah, to hell with Grozov. Katz believes you didn't do it. We have to clear your name somehow.
I truly appreciate that. But I am not sure that is possible. Tinje sireye, mene mene sireye.
What?
It is a proverb from my country. It means the road to truth has many twists and turns.
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. But I'm gonna need your help. What happened when you brought Chertan to the infirmary?
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went his own way and I started cleaning Chertan's wounds. Then I gave him some wine to drink. And he suddenly began to shake and vomit blood soon after. He was dead.
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Borum Laka arrived and started to go mad.
Did Chertan say anything before he died?
He tried to, but my Hungarian is not as good as I thought. He was coughing so much that I could not understand anything.
What about that wine? Could I take a look at it?
Lord Grozov poured it away in anger before you arrived, so that I could not poison anyone else, he said.
He poured it away? When it could have helped us? The wine was evidence.
Evidence that here in Bohemia you will drink, even vinegar. It smelt and looked the same, as always. Except perhaps it was a little more cloudy.
Where was the wine from, actually?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Black hair, nicely built. Catherine, I think she's called.
Catherine? Are you sure?
Absolutely. But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first person I gave the wine to today. The wine must have been poisoned here, in my infirmary.
All right. But what now? How will we find the murderer?
I have done some thinking about that. After all, what else can I do here? The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison has different effects. One makes your hair fall out. Another turns your guts inside out. If we discover what poison was used on Chertan, we just have to find it, and the mystery is solved.
But wouldn't it be enough to search the whole camp? I don't imagine many people here keep poison on them, eh?
You would be surprised, my friend. I may not be an expert, but I know that many everyday things are actually poisonous. What is more, you cannot just run around the camp searching people and then try to figure out which of that horde is the murderer.
How can we identify the poison, then?
That is not hard. I examine the dead body, I find the symptoms of the poison, and I compare them with known effects of poisons. That is, I would, if I could get out of here.
Well, it's a very hard... I mean, I might as well try it.
And could I help you somehow? I may not be as learned as you, but I do know how much herb Paris to put in a potion to make someone fall asleep but not die.
Excellent, my friend.
Wow.
Maybe we can manage this together. The first thing to do is to go to Chertan's corpse and examine it thoroughly. Arms, legs, face. You must remember everything that looks strange to you. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poisons and compare what you saw with the symptoms described there. You can read, I hope.
Aye, pretty well.
Excellent. The chest is locked. but I trust you will manage somehow.
You have a whole book just about poisons? Where did you get it?
I bought it on my way here, in Moravia. I have not yet had time to study it properly, but please, do not mention it to anyone. It would not look good for someone in my situation to have such a book. You surely understand.
Right. Examine Cheriton's body and read the book. I can manage that. Who do you think killed Cheriton?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we will not get anywhere if we suspect everyone in the camp. Who do you think is the prime suspect at this moment?
I really don't know.
Couldn't it have been just about anyone?
It might seem so at first glance, but not when you give it some thought. Most of the people in the camp respected Cheriton. And besides, not everyone can get up to the powder store.
True. So that would leave Grozav. I mean, Musa, of course. Stephen Crow. Interesting. Commander Katz. I'm gonna go with Grozav for right now, I guess. He put on a show. But was it acting or... I don't know.
I heard Sir Grozav couldn't stand Cheriton.
I have heard the same. And did you notice how quickly he accused me?
Well, what do you think?
I think it must be someone from here. A stranger would have been noticed. What is more, most people are not allowed up to the powder store, and I would bet that it was one of us who was there at the time. And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozav, Stephen, and the two guards. Someone should question them all. Maybe their statements will give something away.
Well, I don't have much time, but I'll try to talk to them.
I am very grateful, my friend.
What if we forgot about finding the murderer, and I just helped you escape? You'd be long gone before Grozav found out.
Thank you for the offer. But look at me. My appearance is a little conspicuous. There is nowhere for me to hide in this country. And even if I did get away by some miracle, they would punish you and Katz instead of me. I cannot allow that.
If he walked into one of the villages, it would be quite the scene, probably. Okay, we got quite the murder investigation in front of us. I feel like Henry is the ultimate detective. He did this in the first game, too. Let's go ahead and examine the corpse first. That sounds like the most interesting thing to do. Oh, I gotta take the almanac. What is that? Where did he say this was? Maybe it went into my inventory? I gotta read all these books at some point still. The Mystery of Numbers and the Symbol of Emptiness. Interesting. That's a lore book. I'm happy I picked that up. Hopefully Musa doesn't care. Could have sworn he said I could go into his chest. I just don't want to. Look, I can get all this. I'm gonna get Musa in trouble. I don't know if these are Musa's or what, but that's worth a lot, that golden chalice. And that too. I'm a rich man. Maybe they locked it. I wasn't paying attention. Candle in here. Okay, well, let's just go.
God bless.
Was it you who found Chertan?
Aye. Me and my comrade there.
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't know nothing. We didn't do nothing.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower, and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Are you deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as seriously as you claim you were.
Well, it's possible.
What's possible?
It's possible we dozed off for a while.
Oh, Christ. I knew it. You two were asleep up there.
No! We might have just shut one eye for a moment, but we wasn't sleeping. We'd have noticed if anything happened there. But before Chetan started yelling, it was all peace and quiet.
What did you do when you found Chertan?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Chetan, he went as pale as a ghost. If it wasn't for him, Chetan would have bled to death there.
How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chetan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something. But I don't understand their gibberish, do I?
Before the murder, did you see anyone hanging around by the powder store? Doing something with the lock, maybe? Or already inside, even?
Nobody went up there the whole night. I'm telling you, we was watching like hawks.
There were two of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world. I'm sorry.
Don't think I'm gonna be allowed in there, so. What the heck? I mean, this is the infirmary, so. Right, here's the body.
All right. Here we go. Holy Mary, Mother of God, don't let me miss anything. And forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate wretch. He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk? I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. No signs of poisoning. Ah, what a stench. He coughed up some blood, all right, but he also threw his guts up. Well, some poisons are so strong that the body tries to expel them.
That's disgusting.
That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Chertan. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside? Oh, his belly's hacked to ribbons. Who could have butchered him like that, for God's sake?
Alright, let's check clothing and items.
Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. I can't see anything ripped or sliced off. There's nothing missing. Whoever killed him, it doesn't look like a robbery. He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table when the spasm started? And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But did the poison cause them? Or was he a filthy pig and always had them?
Check the legs.
Completely rigid. Just like the arms. But, oh, Christ, what a stink! Ugh, he shot himself. I've heard it happens to the dead, but that much? Ugh. Maybe the poison did that. That'll have to do. I've found out enough. He threw up on himself, he had spasms, he shot himself, warts or lesions on his hands, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
Read the Book of Poisons. I guess I missed it. It is in here somewhere. Oh, it's in here.
I
That's
need
what it
something to
said.
eat.
Okay. That's why I couldn't find it. Somewhere right here. This is the chest he was talking about. I just wasn't listening that well. Oh wow, we're getting a lot of great books here. Okay, the Book of Poison, about abominable poisons, their acquisition, and the art of stopping the effects caused by them. Alright, Bane, a particularly evil potion which causes certain death even in small quantities. It is widespread, especially in Bohemia and Austria, because the plants necessary for its preparation are everywhere plentiful. Do not expect much benefit from the knowledge of this poison, for it can be used for nothing but killing. Just have to look at the symptoms here. So, when swallowed, black eyes, dryness of the body, looseness of the muscles. Okay, so it doesn't seem like it's that one. Bird poison. Those who come into contact with the feathers often feel a tingling sensation in their muscles. This condition can persist for days, giving the murderer the time he needs to escape. If he ingests the essence of the feathers, expect more serious consequences. Stiffen and then die. Okay. The Dalmaker potion. Men who are hasty in their love rub their manhood with this potion too, so that it may become numb and they manage to please their wives. Here we go. Full of taste, even a sip of the potion will experience total numbness. His intestines will become clogged, and he may lose his sight for a while. Fortunately, the stomach will eject this disgusting potion before it has time to have its pernicious effect, unless the body has already been weakened. The Kiss of Death. Makes the skin red and blistered, the bowels painfully empty at both ends. The udders stiffen and spasm, and the nails break. Seems like the most likely so far, and then we have Lullaby. Feels faint, tongue is confused, his head is heavy, and he'll soon fall asleep.
Right, that's that. I should tell Musa what I've learned.
Alright, let's go back and talk to Musa.
I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what Chertan was poisoned with.
What do you mean, you think? Do you know or not?
I think it was the Kiss of Death.
The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far in the book. But if you think the symptoms are the same, I will believe you. Are you sure it was that poison? Were there not more in the book?
I'm fairly certain.
Absolutely certain. The murderer couldn't have used anything else.
All right. I have no choice but to believe you. Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
I better start searching fast, hadn't I? You said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the 2 guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, I probably would not be standing here. Even so, it is strange. For months, the people here have been sitting around doing nothing. Then suddenly, you turn up, and everything is turned upside down. You have done more in a few days than others in many weeks.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Of course it is. I'm only saying that I find it very, very strange.
Deception check. I don't think it's a good idea to tell this guy anything yet. Seems like a nice guy, but he's with Sigismund's army right now, and who knows? We don't really know him that well. Who knows what he would do? I'm gonna try the deception check.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this some kind of loyalty test or something? But you think I'll suddenly say I'm a spy? Yeah, even if I was, I wouldn't be stupid enough to admit it.
I was just hoping you would trust me enough to tell me the truth. Who are you?
Oh, damn. I failed that. I mean, I don't trust him enough to tell him the truth. We just met, dude. But I think I'm sure a lot of you guys probably want me to talk to him, but I'm gonna lie. We're gonna RP this. I don't see any reason. I don't know. But we're gonna lie.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Even if I tell you, you can trust me.
No. I'm just carrying out Katz's orders, that's all.
If you say so. But it is a pity. This could have been a very interesting conversation.
I think I'll just go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
Okay. I'm fine with that. RP-wise, that makes more sense to me as Henry right now. Let's go talk to everybody. On a different playthrough, it'll be very interesting to not only turn him in earlier, but also not turn him in and talk to him and tell him everything. So let's talk to... Oh, I think we have to go back here. No, that's Musa. Oh, let's go over here. What is objective T right now? Search Musa's tent. Musa most likely didn't kill Churtam, but I should search his tent even so to see if there's any poison there. Alright, hey, Musa, look the other way, dude.
Beautiful, but empty. No poison. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies.
Doesn't seem like it's him. Okay, I think that's all I have to examine here. Don't know if the... Oh, here we go.
There's nothing here. Musa's definitely not to blame.
Okay, alright. It's good that we got that out of the way.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to pull out my weapon.
How did you find Chertan?
I don't remember too well. I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition store, and there he was on the ground.
Have you noticed anyone suspicious hanging around by the powder store recently?
There's always someone going in and out. But no strangers. Not everyone can get up to that part of the camp. In fact, everyone who has access came to the place where Churton was lying.
As far as I know, there were 2 of you on guard duty on the tower. What's the other soldier like?
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever met. Can't keep his mouth shut. A complete twat.
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. Like, he was living in a cave until now. I tried to tell him I'm not fucking interested, but he doesn't take any notice. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Churton shut him up for a while.
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozov's fallen on hard times. Grozov doesn't strike me as a keen reader.
Got wine right here.
How could anyone drink all this? At least he hasn't had to sell his armor to buy booze yet.
I'm gonna grab the wine just in case it... Oh, no. Oh my gosh, be quiet. Could take all of his clothes and then tomorrow he would be walking around in his underwear, I think, but... We don't want to create any extra... Oh, no.
Halt!
Shit.
I surrender.
Oh man,
Here
he's
you
still
are.
sleeping.
Time has come for you to confess to your thievery. And if I don't find those stolen things on you, you'll pay for them as well.
Crap. Oh, okay. So even if you pay the fine, you still lose your stolen goods. But if I pass a persuasion check here, I don't think a charisma check would work, because I'm not really anybody special around here. Intimidation might work, but then again, I'm not wearing my knight's armor, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm gonna try the persuasion check.
Wait a moment. I'm sure we can come to an agreement, can't we? I just wanted to borrow it for a bit. But I forgot to ask
From the
first.
commander.
That's not how it works. You can't just borrow things without asking. But fine, if you return it, we can let it be. But don't do anything like that again, got it?
Alright. Hey, you got my copper plate. That's it. So I lucked out. Still get to keep the Groshen and everything. Alright, I gotta be careful.
Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he?
Oh, did I get the poison wrong? Oh, we're gonna take that die too. Chertan poison. Let me take a look at my book again. Encumbered? Whatever happened? Oh yeah, I took the shield. We'll send that. Send that to the horse. Okay. Take a look at my books again.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Not exactly sure. Okay, it looks like I have to get on the other side here. No. We're gonna go search Stephen Crow's tent, and then the tent of Ed Albert and Radovan. Blacksmith Radovan? Is this the guy that I...
God be with you.
He's just walking around with nothing.
And we'll stay friends.
Moo to you, cow. Alright guys, don't mind me. Am I allowed in here? Yes I am. Okay, just don't want to... Probably don't want to open the chest. Maybe I can right now. Oh my god, 1,000 groschen?
Where the hell did a common soldier get so much money? Something stinks here.
Yeah, what the heck?
Oak. And dry as a bone. The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death.
I think we found our suspect. Well, he's already a suspect. I think we found our killer. That's Stephen Crow right there. Before, let's quickly come in here.
Well, I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh no, no, no. Get up, Henry. We're gonna go to jail. Get up, Henry.
There's nothing here. I reckon those two really are innocent.
Jesus Christ, be...
I'd like to ask a couple of questions about Chertan's murder.
I have a couple of questions of my own. What actually happened? Kat said Chertan is dead and Musa's locked up.
It's even more complicated than that. But I don't have time to explain it to you now. I need to ask you a couple of questions.
Go ahead and ask then, but quietly, damn it. I don't want anyone to know about it.
Where were you when Chertan was poisoned?
Where do you think? In my tent. After I helped take him to the infirmary with Musa, I went my own way.
You just went off to have a nap?
No. I doubled the guard, drew up the orders for tomorrow, and made sure nobody was allowed to leave the camp. When something like this happens, people like me have lots to do all of a sudden.
It was you who came to tell us that Chertan had been stabbed, wasn't it? How did you get involved in the first place?
Me? I was close by, that's all. My tent is right below the palisade. And when the two guards found Chertan, they ran to get me.
Hold on. The two guards said otherwise. They said they found Chertan and were discussing what to do when you turned up. By yourself.
Is that what they said? It's possible. I can't remember now. It all happened so fast. And anyway, how am I supposed to remember all this shit? Maybe I heard them and went to see what was going on.
Are you sure you don't want to tell me what really happened?
I'm telling you the truth. Look, I like the fact you don't just sit around on your ass like all the others, and maybe we'll be pals one day. But only if you stop getting up my nose.
Tell me more about the storage space.
What about it? There's a cannon and some powder there. We built it a few days after we arrived because it's a good idea to keep that kind of stuff safe. If it blew up, the whole place would be blown to smithereens. And if someone didn't happen to set fire to it, someone else might have robbed it. Folk are like magpies.
Oh, except for you, the crow.
Very droll. Never heard that one before. Aye, but now I'll ask you something. Who do you think did it?
Well, we can't tell him. He's gonna say, I don't know.
Yeah, I've no idea. The whole thing is strange. Nobody knows anything, but everyone's got something to say.
You can't expect it to be simple, Henry. You join the army, it's a fight for fuck's sake.
Who has the key to the ammunition store?
I don't know. Katz and Groz have for sure, but I've no idea if anyone else has a key. I'm too small fry for that.
Okay, so if they had keys, it obviously wasn't them. They wouldn't have had to lockpick it.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about Chertan's murder.
What's that got to do with me?
Well, it's just that I found a couple of interesting things in your
Oh,
tent.
crap. I guess we're telling him.
Isn't there something you should tell me?
No, and get off my back.
Calm down. If I wanted to snitch on you, I'd go straight to Katz without bothering to ask you any questions.
Well, let's say you might have a point. What was it you said?
You know something about the murder, don't you?
Maybe a little, but I don't want word to get out, all right?
Why would anyone kill Chertan anyway?
Maybe it wasn't about Chertan. Maybe someone wanted to do something in the ammunition store, but Chertan turned up, so he had to kill him.
In the ammunition store? What would anyone be doing there?
Trying to blow it sky high.
What? What good would that do anyone?
It might make him very rich. Let's say Sigismund has a lot of enemies who are planning something big. It'll start in Italy, I hear, and it'd come in very handy if someone gave the king a setback before that. He'd lose allies there, and here his camp goes to shit. There's sure to be dozens of saboteurs all over the Empire, just like the one here.
You know what's funny is I got so into this role here that I almost forgot that I'm fighting against Sigismund, so the killer here actually is probably on our side, like we're getting explained to us right now. But I'm thinking of Musa and trying to save him right now.
I should probably report you. But I've got a much better idea. Let's say I'm not a great supporter of Sigismund. What if we were to help each other out?
That doesn't sound bad. Let me finish my work. We can put the blame for Chertan's murder on Grozav. I can't stand that fucker anyway.
What, accusing an innocent man? But he'll be executed.
Better him than me. So, can we make a deal?
Honestly, I mean, I don't think I really care that much about Grozav being executed, even if he's innocent in this particular case.
But there's one condition. The storeroom doesn't blow up until we set off for Sedlets. I need that cannon of yours.
Ah, so that's why you're here. All right, I can arrange that. I'll prepare a long fuse and light it just before departure. With a bit of luck, we'll be long gone when it blows up. But first, we have to get rid of Grozav. I have a poisonous plant here. Put it in the chest in his tent, and at the trial, we'll say he used it to poison Chertan.
That won't be necessary. I've been in his tent, and he already has a couple of poisonous plants there.
Really? Christ, there's more to him than meets the eye. All the better for us, though. Oh, and don't try to double-cross me. Got that?
Well, this is turning into quite the interesting quest here. Definitely would rather have Grozav be murdered right now than Musa. Okay, prepare to defend Musa at the trial. I need to prepare as quickly as possible to defend Musa in court. Time is running out and Sigismund's executioner will be here soon. Alright, I'm not exactly sure where I need to go now. But let's talk to Musa. Well, that guard has been gone for a long time at the bathhouse.
I saw an arena in the camp. When will there be a tournament?
Firstly, I would not call it a tournament. Rather, mindless hacking. Not even a Chogan is so terrible. And, to answer your question, there will not be any. The commanders wisely banned them.
I don't think now is the time to be having a conversation about the tournament. Go talk to Catherine. And then I think I just pass some time maybe until the executioner, well, till the trial begins. Looks like there's a side quest right here. I'm gonna pick that up. Is it a side quest or is it a PO? Let's see, POI? Oh, it's a new side quest. I'm gonna pick this up right now.
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning?
Oh. Okay.
I'm supposed to report to you about supplies.
Are they running out of blokes? Sending a milksop like you?
Nice
I'm
armor.
At least I can understand you, unlike those human horse fuckers.
What's this about then?
I need to requisition supplies for the camp from the locals.
Forgot
Grub
about
for
this.
us, fodder for the horses.
Where do you want to get the supplies?
We haven't been to Bohunjovitz in a while. I reckon they can't wait to see us.
Who's coming along?
Me, and they usually send some humans along because people are afraid of them.
That's not much.
And that's why you're coming with me. But don't worry, I already sent a couple of blokes ahead to get everything ready. I reckon they can handle a few peasants.
Won't the people resist?
They will, but fuck all good it'll do them. We'll chase them out of their houses, bring in the cart, and take whatever we can.
And what if something goes wrong?
That'll only happen if we take our eyes off them. Then there might be bloodshed, but usually not ours.
Not very nice.
I don't need to hear any...
Okay, we'll head out as soon as I get back. Probably not the best time to do that right now.
Hold on a moment. We'll head out as soon as I get back.
What kind of fucking soldier are you? If I wasn't so low on men, I'd send you back to the shithole you came from. You have 3 days. Then we're leaving without you. You don't want a hungry army on your hands. The men turn into brutes who'll do whatever they can to get their hands on food. They'll kill, steal, and all because of a mutt like you who had something else to do.
No, don't worry. I won't let that happen.
Okay. Alright, so that actually popped up now. It looks like I can go back up to the commander's area. Let me just see if Catherine has anything to say. And then we'll do the trial, and then I think I'll probably do this side quest as well. Catherine, where are you? Gotta make sure she had an okay night. I don't see her sleeping anywhere. Oh, here she is. Nope, that's not Catherine. All right, well, we'll be back for Catherine. She really not in that tent? Maybe I'm in the wrong area. Aha. With their bath made. Here's Catherine. Let's ask her about this before I begin the trial.
Musa said that Chertown was poisoned with wine you brought to the infirmary. It's not your doing, is it?
Do you think I'm stupid enough to spoil my own plans?
Was there anything strange about that wine?
It's the same gut rot everyone.
Musa,
We
I
don't
don't know
need
what-
this. We already know, so here we go.
I think I know how Chertown was poisoned.
Good work, Henry. You're too smart to be a soldier, but like
Thank you.
every man, you prefer boasting to hard work. Go and find that murderer so we can get out of here. Shishka is waiting for us.
Well, I think you already...
Crazy how there's dialogue for everything. Like you complete a section of a quest, I can come back and Catherine has a few lines on it. Hey bud, what's up, man?
One nice and
covering up the wrongdoings of the other.
Let the trial begin. This should be fun. Let's see if I'm able to defend Musa successfully.
Best of luck on your shift, mate.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Yeah, I don't care about this guy.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
He was with us at the time of the stabbing. He didn't have anything to poison Chertan with. Very hard. He had no reason to kill Chertan. A murder is not in his character. Try this one.
Chertan was poisoned, wasn't he? But I searched the whole infirmary and Musa's tent and didn't find any poison anywhere.
Why would I have any? I heal people.
Musa of Mali will remain silent until I personally ask him a question.
Surely you aren't going to believe this boy, sir, are you? Musa could easily have hidden the poison somewhere. The camp's big enough for that. Or did you search the whole camp on your hands and knees, soldier?
But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
I like how we can still rat out Stephen Crow here. But let's go with Grozav, of course.
Chertan was killed by the camp commander, Grozav of Boromlaka.
What?
You scum! How dare you!
Silence!
You aren't going to let this peasant insult me, are you, sir? You should cut him down to size.
That can wait. First, I want to know how he came up with this insolent claim. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
This is risky, though, for sure. If we accused Musa, we probably would be okay, but now we're accusing a commander. Grozav wanted to take command of the Cuman forces, or was caught in the act while he was stealing powder.
Well, being in charge of the camp wasn't enough for Grozav, most likely. He wanted to get rid of Chertan and take command of the Cuman forces.
What is this nonsense? What would I want with those heathens?
What's more, they'd never take orders from someone like you. I hope you know something, lad. Because if it turns out you're just wasting my time, what happened next? You carried Chertan to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
Grozov went to the infirmary a little before me and Katz. He could easily have had time to poison the wine Musa gave to Cherton.
What say you, Sir Musa?
It cannot be ruled out.
Well, Sir Grozov, what actually happened?
Why are you all still listening to that dung grubber? Where would I get hold of poison?
I'm on the edge of my seat right now. I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I'm nervous.
You brewed it up yourself. I found lots of valerian in your tent, which is used to make Dollmaker potion. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
That's enough. You'll die, you liar.
Silence! I've heard more than enough. Sir Grozov, you will come with me.
Me?
The king will not stand for wrongdoing among his nobles. That must be punished.
But I didn't do anything.
Don't make this harder than it need be.
Keep away from me.
Calm now, sir. Calm down.
Shut up, you worm. It's all your fault anyway. I won't let you put this on me. You hear? You're a dead man. Ah!
Wow.
Well, Sir Stibor, one problem is cleared up, and another one takes its place.
I wouldn't say that. We've rid the king of one idiot. It's just a pity Cherton had to die because of it. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for the unpleasantness you suffered.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
What will happen to the camp now?
That is not your concern. I will personally take command. You just get rid of the corpse and clear out the royal tent for me.
With pleasure. We won't be staying long anyway, will we, Henry?
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time. Excuse me.
It's kind of cool how we're able to say it was a Dollmaker poison, and it wasn't. But nobody has knowledge on poisons except me and currently Musa. So I might end up failing that side quest that I picked up. Because we're going to be leaving the camp here soon. But maybe I can do it before I talk to Katz. Let's go talk to Catherine and see what she says first. Everybody's just sleeping away. What time is it? 6:45 a.m.
It's happening. The Praggers are leaving for Sedlets.
At last, I won't have to wash the humans' asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything, so they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
All right, leave the camp with Kat. So I'm gonna try to do this side quest first. I think I should be okay. But then again, maybe it's better not to get supplies for the troops now that I think about it. You know what? I'm actually not gonna do the side quest. Why help out the troops right now? And we already have everything we need from this camp right now, so let's go talk to Katz.
All right, I'm ready. we can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. But the really heavy shit is still ahead of us. I can't imagine how I'm going to explain to the king that Sir Grozov, who he personally put in charge of his soldiers, is a murderer.
Well, maybe it won't be so bad, and Sir Stibor will back you up. I heard Sigismund wasn't too fond of Grozov.
It's just he can't say it openly because the other nobles wouldn't like it. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Sedlitz awaits!
So the devil jumps in from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the horns, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving the devil such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with it, the devil. So he says, what the fuck?
Okay, first order of operations, let's go ahead and take that body coat off. We don't need that on right now. That would be quite dangerous. I kind of feel bad now. Like, I feel like I made friends. I wonder what's going to happen to our buddy here. Commander Katz. There we go. Now I don't look like the enemy. That's the dry devil. Oh, Kubienka. Hey.
Is that the best you can do?
I just go right on the noggin. And under his tongue.
Kurwa! Twojej matki nie dostał pieniądze we mnie!
Pig!
Hey, we have all sorts of good folks here. Stephen Crow's here too. Right, let's talk to Adder.
Lepiej będę miał na oku każdego.
Well. You still here?
As you can see.
What are you gonna do now? Go home to Prague?
So I have to explain to everyone what happened to Katz? I'll give that a miss, thanks. The first thing I'm going to do is collect the rest of my reward. And after that, we'll see.
Oh, wouldn't you rather hang around a while longer? We're planning something big at Malashov, and we could use every pair of hands.
Now? When I'm finally gonna get my coin? No thanks. The last thing I want to do now is put my neck on the line.
Oh, you'd make some coin with us as well. Who knows what we'll find at Malashov?
And you wouldn't mind having a traitor among you?
I think we'd cope. What's more, I reckon you owe me.
Shit, Henry. If I knew you were going to beg like this, I'd have run off without saying farewell. All right, I'll help you. But after Malashov, I'm out. Got that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Really.
All right, just don't start crying. And if I get killed somewhere along the way, I'll come back and haunt you.
Yeah, now we have a new friend out of that. All right, there's Zishka, Kubienka.
That was some bloodbath.
Good to see you. Last time you were a ghost. Man, where's I feel bad. Where's Cats? I really like that guy. Is he dead? He's gotta be. I probably killed him myself.
Zishka's waiting for you.
I know. Just trying to see here. Oh, this guy, did he get killed or is he still knocked out? Oh my gosh, okay.
There. It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
It just doesn't seem right, what we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, who's that fella over there? The one who fought on our side?
He's called Crow. We met in the camp. I wouldn't say he's our ally, but he's against Sigismund. He killed the Cuman's commander and blew up the ammunition store. It's a long story.
Fucking hell. Now that's a man.
Yeah, and that's not all. I talked him into helping us at Malashov.
I'm sure that'll be a pleasant change from that lot who've settled into Devil's Den. Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first. On the way, you can tell me your long story from the camp.
Yeah, the sooner we make ourselves scarce, the better.
To the task, then.
I like how Zishka kind of acknowledged that you don't want to be
Seems
close with people on the other side.
nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
All right, we are back at our favorite tavern. Got some dice right there.
God bless you.
Janish. Don't want to overeat. Hey, there he is. Brabant. Or Brabant.
What about your mercenaries? Are they good?
Ne t'inquiète pas, mon ami. Le Seigneur Morgenstern can always be relied upon.
Who is this Morgenstern?
C'est un bon ami à moi. We met years ago au Grand Tournoi de Lorraine, at the estate of the Duke there.
Can he be trusted?
Le Chevalier Morgenstern is not only a warrior, but also a serious patron of the heart, a man of renown.
How did you find Morgenstern?
Pendant que vous étiez chez les Hongrois, I went to Kettenberg. Le Chevalier Morgenstern was with Sigismund, but he turned him down because, le roi n'a pas d'argent. The king has run out of coin.
So he's just an ordinary mercenary?
Not ordinary. He's a renowned condottiere.
Where does this Morgenstern come from?
From Brunswick. His ancestor fought for Emperor Charles. A good house, mon ami.
So why is he earning a living as a mercenary?
C'est une triste histoire. He lost considerable estates due to his relatives and battles in Eastern Prussia.
So he became impoverished?
In truth, it was more his passion for art that led him to ruin.
We'll ask some more questions. So Emperor Charles was Charles IV, known as one of the greatest rulers of Bohemia. I think even today in the Czech Republic, Charles is honored as a great ruler. And also the father of King Wenceslas and also Sigismund, but currently not alive.
Sir Vaculin, you've had an exciting life. Tell me some stories.
Bien sûr. Your interest is gratifying and quite understandable.
Where does the name Brabant come from?
That is simple. My compatriots call me that because I am originally from Brabant province. And the name stuck. One day, I shall tell you about my place of birth, but I am sure you will long to hear about the conquest of Arezzo, yes? Or would you rather hear how I saved the King of France from certain death?
I don't think I want to hear his stories.
Thanks for sharing your stories with me, Sir Backlin. What do you think of our band of outcasts?
Well, I cannot say I expected to end up in this kind of company. I am more used to royal courts or at least wealthy burghers. But a man must accept his destiny as it comes.
What do you think of Zizka?
Le Chevalier Jan? Well, he's not doing badly for a minor nobleman, but I think he will never be accepted among the higher nobles and knights. That takes a lot more. Mark my words. I am a good judge of people.
Catherine keeps me up at night. Why would I tell him that?
How do you get on with Sir Hans?
Oh, young Lord Chapon may be inexperienced and hot-headed at times, but he's the one of the few here who knows how to play chess. And I have a great respect for chess players. Needless to say, he has not managed to beat me yet. Godwin and Zizka can also play. And that devil in press clothing beat me. Merde.
What do you think of Sir Hinek?
Le diable sec. A capable chevalier. But I do not trust him. There is treachery in his eyes.
You think so?
My instinct rarely lets me down.
Have you met Godwin?
The priest who is very skilled with a sword. Priests should not be such good swordsmen. That is what knights like me are for. In addition, he can play chess just as well as he wields a sword. And in drinking wine, he beats even the best Frenchmen. A man of talents. Or perhaps the devil is behind it.
Tell me, how did the siege of Kuttenberg go?
Ah, mon ami, poorly, poorly. But what could I do? Stand down from leading the defense like a coward? After all, I had to live up to my reputation. And at the time, it did not look hopeless at all. I thought it would be enough to stall Sigismund for a while before the Allied army arrived. And that would not have been so difficult.
Only no army arrived.
Précisément. The hope for a swift end melted away. And the courage of the burghers along with it. I, who fought in 5 countries, was relieved of command, arrested, and handed over to Sigismund.
What other countries have you fought in?
In Italy, against the English, here of course, and I will tell you about the others another time. In the meantime, however, I can pass on some of my experience to you. After all, I am not getting any younger, so it is time to pass my wisdom on to future generations.
Cool. So talking to him now
I'd like to learn.
It will take some time, and a few groschen, mon ami. Acquiring my art came at great cost, so I cannot pass it on for free. Especially now, when I have been injustly stripped of my possessions, and I must rely only on my sharp wits. Ainsi va le destin. What would you like to hear?
Swordsmanship for 500 polearms, marksmanship, horsemanship, scholarship. Let's do scholarship.
Baron Brabant, tell me a little about the world beyond the borders of our little country.
Mon ami, the world is so big and there is so much to tell, but you want to hear only a little? What to choose from that inexhaustible fount of wisdom? Opportunity is like a ladder. You must seize it with both hands, climb to the top, and knock it down behind you. Remember that, Jeune Henri? And now, let me give you another piece of wisdom. Allons-y, mon ami. Let us not waste any time.
Sir, no Sabbath. My respects.
All right, we're going to have a chat with Oh, Catherine, hey. All right, let's have a chat with Samuel first.
I assume you won't be joining our offensive, right?
Under other circumstances, I would avoid battle. You're right, but this is personal. Otto von Berghoff is responsible for that slaughter in Kuttenberg. It was he who advised Sigismund to attack my people.
So you want revenge?
They plundered the synagogue, murdered dozens of people. That Mamsa must pay. I will play with him like a cat with a mouse. He will beg for mercy, for a quick death.
I understand how you feel. Once I get my hands on Markvart, there's no telling what I'll do.
I'm going to kill von Berghoff. Even if Shiska is against it. Fuck him. It was I who got the money for everything. So no one is going to tell me what I can and cannot do. What about you? Why are you willing to fight?
Otto von Berghoff deserves punishment for everything he's done.
So we see eye to eye on him.
Aye. Von Berghoff is nothing more than a swine, brother. And if there's anyone that can get him, then it's Zizka and the devil. That's why I'm going with them to Malashov.
I like how we can kind of talk. It's almost like a party-based RPG.
What is it?
The calm
Do you
before the
need
storm,
something?
I can go around and talk to everybody and learn new things. Hey, Catherine.
Are you coming with us to Malashov?
And what would I do there?
What's wrong? Are you upset?
Am I supposed to be happy? Ah, for Christ's sake, you're all the same. Why do I even bother trying? You'll all just end up getting killed.
If you're talking about that plan, well...
Jan still thinks it'll be easy to capture von Berghoff. But I heard what Ada said.
What did he say?
That Otto von Berghoff has that fortress full of fresh mercenaries, armed to the teeth. My God! I should have slit his throat that time I had the chance at Trotsky.
Don't worry. It won't be that tough. Brabant mustered some experienced men. It'll be easier with them.
Men! Men! As if everything revolved around you.
Well, there's a war on. We have to fight.
Have to? You have to keep killing?
Look, I just wanted to...
I don't know what you want. I can't figure you out.
That makes two of us. What's changed? We've been fighting the whole time.
Nothing's changed. Except that with every passing day, you're risking more and more. Just try not to get killed, Henry. In the meantime, I'll wait at the fortress in Sukdal. That's where we'll meet.
I think she might have a crush on me. I'm gonna exhaust that other dialogue option too.
So, do you still have no regrets about how things turned out?
Why should I have? That bitch deserved what she got. And she even thought what she did was a righteous thing. Oh, it makes me want to cry. And kill her again.
That was from the Fifth Commandment side quest. I think that was last episode, or maybe the episode before. No, last episode.
Once was enough. The girls have been avenged, and that's the main thing, isn't it?
I suppose so, but I don't feel the satisfaction I expected. I feel a bit relieved that it wasn't because of me that Alice died. Although, in a way, it's almost worse. She died because of some mad woman.
I know, but look at it from the other side. You were the instrument of God's punishment. And nobody else is going to die because of that hag anymore.
True. But how am I alone the instrument of God's punishment? Without you, we wouldn't have found out anything. So once again, thank you very much, Henry.
Alright, I'd like to talk to a few other people. We can find... Hey, there he is.
Henry, for fuck's sake. Just when you got out of that carnage in Kuttenberg, they sent you right to the enemy's encampment to snoop around. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you.
Thank you, friend.
I'm truly delighted she heard my pleas and you've come back in one piece. Among other things, I kept thinking, I haven't properly thanked you yet for coming to Malashov to get me.
No need to thank me.
I beg to disagree, my brave and faithful companion. First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province.
Innkeeper!
I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
Hey,
I'm honoured.
innkeeper, that beer?
Thank you, friend.
Cool. You received hunting bow from Hans Capon. We'll check that out. But let's go ahead and do... Oh, no. We'll do persuasion history.
Please enlighten me, O noble sir.
According to legend, this bow belonged by right to Margrave Jobst of Moravia, who, however, was not worthy of it. And so, fate decreed that it fell into the hands of a proper knight.
What are you saying?
When I found out that Jobst would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsch, and it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
Great, I'm gonna get in trouble for it now.
Tivole. You can't just steal a bow from the Margrave. When he finds out...
If he finds out, he can complain to the Lord of Perkstein. And when I have it out with him, that bow will be the last thing on his mind, believe me.
What happened when von Bergov hauled you off after the Nabokov battle?
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind me. It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course.
Did anything happen along the way?
No, but it took ages to get to Malashov. 4 or 5 days in that god-awful cart. I was travelling with Von Owlet's minions. They hauled me in one of the wagons. They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still in a really bad way. After that battle and all.
What did they do with you in Malashov?
Nothing much, actually. They took care of my wounds, and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. But they treated me decently, as befits a noble. Von Bergov came asking questions a couple of times, but that was about it. Only I almost went mad from being cramped in that damned room. It's a good thing you got me out of there.
What was the problem with the room?
That I couldn't get out of there. You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you? It's just that since Nabokov, when they shot the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there... Well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces. Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors. But since Nabokov, it's worse than ever. I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
I understand. It's a bit awkward for you that the nobility lives in castles.
Godwin.
That's a fact. Once I get my hands on my estates, I'll build a new castle that only has huge rooms and lots of spacious courtyards. And above all, no secret passages.
Great. I'm really looking forward to this new castle of yours.
You can be the castellan or something. Don't worry, I won't forget you. I'll even have a forge built so you feel right at home.
They didn't let you out at all? But you were in that room for ages.
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice, but they watched us like hawks. Not a chance of escape. But most of the time we were in that room. Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole.
What did von Bergov want from you?
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they could just throw you in some hole. They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information. About Radzig and Hanush, and especially Jobst. What they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with and that.
And what did you tell him?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot. I only told him they sent us with that message and discussed the rest when we were gone.
And did he swallow it?
I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit, and then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
My word. Nice work keeping him at bay. But the main thing is, you're alive and kicking. And back with us.
Indeed.
What do you make of this Brabant fellow?
He's unquestionably a remarkable knight, that Vakalin. He rambles on a lot, though. My head nearly burst listening to him sometimes, although it was better than being stuck there alone. Otherwise, he seems to me like a bold and worldly gentleman, if a little obsessed with wealth.
I agree. He seems quite likeable. And he's got a score to settle with Sigismund, like we do.
He certainly has.
Why is it so important to capture Otto von Berghoff?
Isn't it obvious?
Pray enlighten me.
Look, Otto von Berghoff is the supreme chamberlain of this land. He's in charge of all the royal towns and monasteries, meaning he is worth his weight in silver.
So, it's ransom we're after?
Not quite. Von Berghoff is one of the leaders of the League of Lords against the king. If we want the lords to free our king, we have to force them to do it. And capturing von Berghoff would be the best way to do that.
And to think, until recently, you couldn't give a damn about politics. How does Zizka want to attack Malashov?
He didn't tell me much, but I got the impression it'll be a bit different compared to the usual tactics. A major operation.
Such secrecy. It almost seems like he doesn't trust us.
True. Zizka's being damn tight-lipped. But I don't blame the man. After Raborsch, Sigismund had a lot of our people arrested, and I'm sure a lot more are frightened. Any of them could betray us.
You think there could be a spy amongst us?
Doubtful. All of us here would gladly stab Sigismund in the gut.
Or that traitor von Berghoff.
Brabant and I still owe him quite a bit of payback. I can't wait to see the look on his face when we take him captive.
What do you think about the Dry Devil?
Hinek. I think he's a right bastard. But I'd rather fight with him than against him.
So why does Zizka trust him so much?
Hinek is Jobst's ally, and Sigismund is their common enemy.
Alright, let's have a chat with Godwin here.
What do you know about the attack on Malashov?
You're asking the wrong fella, Henry.
Do you think we stand a chance of taking von Berghoff?
Well, if anyone can do it, it's Zizka and the devil. Although I'm not saying it'll be easy, or that I approve.
How's that?
God doesn't lead us by the hand. We have to find our own path to him, or at least try to. And I'm not sure just how much divine mercy that pair deserve.
Okay.
Jesus Christ be
Man,
praised.
you'll never believe what luck I had yesterday.
Will you join our attack on Malashov?
You'll attack? I hope it won't be too bad, will it? But I've heard Zizka knows how to deal with von Berghoff.
So I can count on you?
Unfortunately, Zizka got here before you. I'm to take Catherine to Zuchtal.
Well, that's a serious thing. I don't know if you're up to the task by yourself, mate.
Exactly. I'd rather go into battle.
And then listen to an angry Catherine, right?
Aye, something like that. In any case, break a leg, Henry. I hope you get that bastard soon.
Farewell, and wash up.
Right, we talked to Samuel, talked to Brabant, Catherine. It's Zizka time. The innkeeper. Hey, I love how the NPCs, they're always just doing something in this game.
How are things looking at Malashov? How is Malashov?
Właśnie stamtąd wróciłem. Jedno wiem na pewno. Ten zamek ma kurwa słuszne obwarowania.
Could you slow down a bit? I'm trying to understand you, but I can't keep up.
O co ci chodzi?
This is going nowhere. I need Uher to translate.
Hey, Pebbles, where are you at? Hopefully you're getting a little clean. Alright, we'll talk to Zizka. Don't think I really need to do anything. Henry appears to be well fed. He's not tired right now. And I do have a couple points I'm going to go ahead and spend right now. For agility, I'm going to take Viper. The piercing damage of all melee weapons is increased by 5%. And for vitality, Revenant 2. Your health will slowly recover up to 75 health points continuously. The effect does not apply if you're in combat or bleeding. For speech, I'm going to take, I thought I already had Ladies Man, but apparently I don't. When dealing with women, you gain a +2 bonus on all skill checks, a 15% discount on purchases, and a 25% discount on bathhouse services. For Houndmaster, I have 2. I'm going to take Rip and Tear. If your dog inflicts a bleeding wound on an enemy, the bleeding will accelerate and they will fall sooner. And Sick'em, your dog's attacks will be 20% stronger, making it easier and faster for him to deal with enemies. And 1 point in Thievery, and I'm going to take Inconspicuous. The person you're robbing may not see you, so you can reach even into their front pouch. But while you're rummaging through their pockets, they might still feel your presence. Sounds fun. For Warfare, I have a point, and I'm going to spend it in Knight in Shining Armor. When you wear plate armor, you gain a bonus on Charisma, ranging from +1 to +4. And then for Swords, Cutting Edge or Whirlwind. Don't really use either of these, but I'm just going to take Whirlwind. If you fight with a short sword, its defenses will be 30% higher, and your attacks and blocks will cost you 20% less stamina.
Never believe what luck I had yesterday.
Where's Kubienka? He's yelling to me. Is he the only one I didn't talk to? Kubienka, where are you? That's Godwin up there. I love having just everybody together here. Alright, let's talk to Zhishka.
Who is this Kubienka, anyway? How long have you known each other?
We were defending a castle and hiding in the woods together. But he was always closer with the devil.
Can he be trusted?
Aye. When he's sober, that is. When he gets drunk, it's better to keep an eye on him. He's known to provoke until fists start flying. Did you see what happened when we first arrived?
You mean how they wanted to cut his throat for cheating at dice?
Aye. It's best not to play with him. You'd be better off tossing your coins straight into a pile of shit.
Aren't you worried about Catherine?
Do you think I should be?
I don't know. A lone woman in a big city needs to be careful in any case. But when you're stalking Liechtenstein...
No one forced. Remember,
that's dialogue that's not supposed to be showing. So let's just push on.
What awaits us at Malashov?
A short but nonetheless dangerous battle. In the best case scenario.
And in the worst?
Things go to fucking hell. And our worldly cares will be over. So prepare well. This really won't be easy.
I'm ready. For anything.
Good. The task won't wait. In the evening, I'll assemble the men, and then we'll talk about what's next.
All right. I'll come back in the evening.
Fine. But be on time. And no boozing.
Okay, I'm actually going to end the episode here, because the next episode is going to be, I believe, the attack on Malashov, and that'll be nice to have it in its own episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Another cool episode. Rather slow, but I'm perfectly fine with it because I'm totally sucked into the story and all the characters, and I'm greatly enjoying the dialogue. I hope you guys are as well. Next session should be pretty fun. Hopefully the attack on Malashov is quite exciting, especially since we got the cannon. I'll catch you guys on the next one.